Welcome back. Today we look at the main functions of the financial model. You'll experience that the model is a useful tool to analyze the project and how to use it to improve the project and the financing. In this video I'll talk you through the model, but after that you'll be invited to download a sample model and play with it yourselves. Then you can experience firsthand what possibilities it brings, and then we'll apply it in our case study. The primary purpose of the model, of course, is to confirm the financial viability of the project for the investors and the lenders. In week 1, we saw that the financial viability is driven by financial analysis of the expected project cash flows using the NPV, IRR and DSCR calculations. An additional purpose of the model is that it enables stakeholders to analyze the impact of changes that could happen in the project. And this is called sensitivity analysis. Such analysis is important to determine the feasibility of the project, as a tool in the process of risk assessment and risk allocation, and because it's a useful tool in contract negotiations. Thanks to this analysis, we can determine what aspects are most important for us to achieve in our commercial negotiations. Risks with the largest financial impact are the ones the most important to manage carefully. The model generates the data that we need for such assessment. That information helps us to focus the project management on the most critical issues. In order to do all this, the model needs to generate accurate outputs. These are cash flows, and the model analyzes these cash flows. It needs to calculate the expected NPV, IRR and DSCR to determine if these are good enough to draw in the funding that we need. The model needs to be given inputs that are required to calculate those cash flows, because inputs drive the outputs, and getting the inputs wrong will affect the financial analysis. It's therefore important that we log carefully the source of all the inputs that we use. In large projects, this is often done in an assumptions book. This is a book that records all assumptions and the sources they originated from. The model will be used and reviewed by many different people, often people with very different educational backgrounds. And that's why a good model needs to have a clear and understandable architecture. Important aspects of this architecture are that all input assumptions are recorded together and not scattered throughout the model. And the source of these inputs needs to be identified. Later, you can download a model and you can see what typical inputs there are.